Good morning, Padres! I'm Natalia.
And I'm Alexia.
And welcome back to another episode of Padre TV.
Last Saturday, a couple of our very own orchestra members have been chosen to participate in the all-regional orchestra auditions and compete against various high schools among the Valley. This will be held on February 14th and 15th. Let's take a moment to congratulate Talitha Dubose and Joseph Cabrera on violin and Adrian Neria on viola. Great job, everyone. Continue to strive and represent Marcos with pride, respect, and outstanding musicianship.
Orchestra is a year-long music and fine arts class. It covers the required fine arts class credit and is a doorway to the Fine Arts Academy. There are 3 classes available. Concert Orchestra, or Orchestra 2, which is for students who have little experience, is preferred for beginners and requires no audition. Symphony, or Orchestra 3, is second-year orchestra. And finally, Chamber, or Orchestra 4, is the highest orchestra class. You do have to audition to be in Symphony and Chamber Orchestra. Additionally, Orchestra 4 is a 0 hour, so students have to come to class at 6:55 a.m. Instrument options include violin, viola, cello, and bass depending on your class and the size of it. Mariachi is also available through orchestra, but you do not have to be enrolled in orchestra to participate in mariachi.
Hello, Padres. I'm Mr. Brown, your proud principal, and I'm here with another group of students to talk about our school. This group of students are going to have an opportunity to answer some questions. I have several of them I'm going to ask you, and I'd like your feedback, just your honest opinions about each one of these to see what makes Marcos de Niza a special place and if there's anything we can do to be better. Okay? Are you ready? All right, very good. So my first question is this. What makes Marcos de Niza High School a unique or special place for you?
What makes it unique and special to me is just the wide variety of students that we have. And coming here, I had never gone to a public school before, and so I was kind of scared, and there's a lot of people. But the longer I was here, the more I realized that there's a group for everyone. If you're an athlete, there's places for you. If you're a musician, a scholar, there's such a wide range, and you don't have to be in one. You can occupy a lot of different areas and interests.
Very good. So you found a place for your interests, and there's enough information, enough activities for you to participate in.
Yeah, more than enough.
Very good. Do you guys all feel the same way?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Very good. I call this the Goldilocks school. It's not too big.
Yeah.
It's not too small. It's just right. So that's a good selling point. My next question to you is, how do students participate in decision making or have a voice in the school?
I will say Padre TV has a very big voice because we have a lot of creative control, and it's the students, it's us ourselves. We come up with the stories and we get to decide what we want to say and what we want to talk about, and we just have a lot of control over it. And so and we're very good about appealing to our audience with the student body, but I feel we have a very good sense of voice.
You know, I would agree with you on that. I think you probably don't understand how important it is that voice is getting not only throughout our campus from our students and staff listening to that each week, but also even outside the school. So the messages that you give are so important, and that is a good way for you to share your voice with the wider Marcos community. So you're doing a really good job with that. Is there any other examples where you feel like you've been a part of a decision-making process or your voice is heard?
I don't have any examples for myself, but I know that a lot of students talk with teachers and they form clubs and they make other students, new incoming students, feel more warm coming in because they have those new clubs and those separate things. So it's pretty cool that students can build those clubs.
Yeah, and teachers are so approachable too, like
Yeah.
teachers and staff. And it's like, I see all variety of teachers all the time, like just around the school. I see you a lot too on campus. Or like if I have a problem, I can just go to you, or I can go to somebody like in the office, and they really like hearing from students. And I would say where the student-staff connection is really close.
Very good.
I will also say, like, we obviously have like a very good student council, like student body. Like, they're very good with communicating with students, and like they have a very big voice, even like Spirit Club with like taking care of activities and like other things. But I think we have a very strong like student council as well.
You guys agree with that?
Yeah.
Okay, very good, thank you. Well, I appreciate each one of you sharing your experiences of Marcos de Niza High School and also about how things are going. I appreciate your honesty and openness. This is really helpful for me as I try to move this school in a direction that is a benefit for everybody. So this discussion was really helpful for me, so thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Spring sports, it's almost your time to shine. Spring sports involve baseball, softball, boys volleyball, girls beach volleyball, track and field, girls tennis, and boys tennis. If any of these sports seem of interest to you, tryouts start the week of February 10th. To participate in any of our athletic programs, all student athletes must complete the clearance process. For any guidance, visit the athletics registration section on our website.
Yep, that's right. For any sport-related activities, you will need to do your impact test in order to be cleared for tryouts with our head athletic trainer, David Manuel. For any questions, feel free to email him.
Photo shoot. Yeah, flash. Hold up. Pose. Yeah, pose. Yeah, pose. I am a photo shoot. Pose. I am. Pose. It's a photo shoot. Dope boy, I'm a Polaroid. Photos make me paranoid. Pose. Pose.
Meet the 4L60E transmission, the automotive equivalent of that one friend who always promises to help you move but never shows up. But what makes it so unreliable? First up, the valve body. This is basically the brain of the transmission, and the 4L60E's designers thought it didn't need to be durable. It's like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube that's missing a few pieces. The separator plate is as thin as my wallet after new Valorant skins drop, leading to cross leakage and unpredictable shifts. It's like trying to keep a secret in a room full of gossips. And then there's the plastic servo. Imagine trying to win a tug of war with a piece of spaghetti. Under heat and pressure, it just gives up. The torque converter is another troublemaker. Its flexing cover causes vibrations and inadequate holding force, like trying to hold a slippery fish with greasy hands. The high-pressure oil pump and input shaft are like the dynamic duo of disappointment. They wear out quickly, leading to poor line pressure and high temperatures. It's like running a marathon in flip-flops. So, while the 4L60E transmission might have its quirks, understanding these issues can help you keep it running smoothly. If you have any of these cars, make sure you aren't flooring it to the grocery store. Unless you really want to. I mean, I'm not gonna stop you, but your transmission might. Make sure you're doing routine fluid changes. You should change your transmission fluid every 60,000 miles with the correct standard that is recommended for your specific transmission, and make sure there aren't any leaks, because you don't want the magic juice leaving the ticking time bomb made of glass. Just remember, it's like that unreliable friend. You love them, but you know what to expect.
Our impact testing dates are January 27th through February 13th, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. The time will start at 3:30 p.m. and end at 5 p.m. The location is room 118. Please arrive no later than 3:45 p.m. Late arrivals will need to test another day.
Padres, don't forget that Penny Wars is coming up at the end of the month.
Oh, how I love Wicked! Let's learn more about it with Alexia.
Wicked the movie debuted this past November 2024 and was a smash at the box office, making $717.2 million. It was directed by John M. Chu, and the music was by John Powell and Stephen Schwartz. Wicked is based on the Broadway musical with the same name, which explores the Wizard of Oz in more detail and shows what happened before Dorothy ever arrived in Oz. Wicked is a musical featuring music and lyrics by Stephen Schwartz and a book by Winnie Holzman. It is loosely based on Gregory Maguire's 1995 novel Wicked, The Life and Times of the Wicked Witch of the West, which reimagines L. Frank Baum's 1900 novel The Wonderful Wizard of Oz in its 1939 film adaptation. The story unfolds from the perspective of two witches, Elphaba and Glinda, both before and after Dorothy's arrival in Oz. It delves into the complicated friendship between Elphaba, who eventually becomes the Wicked Witch of the West, and Glinda, who transforms into Glinda the Good. Their bond is tested by their differing personalities, opposing viewpoints, a shared love interest, their reactions to the wizard's corrupt reign, and ultimately, Elphaba's tragic end at the hands of Dorothy Gale, though by accident. Starring Ariana Grande as Glinda and Cynthia Erivo as Elphaba, the movie only includes the first part of the original musical and ends on a cliffhanger at intermission, and the second installment will continue where the first left off. I won't spoil the plot, though the musical has been around since 2003. So go watch Wicked while it's still in some theaters or rent it on Prime Video. Wicked for Good will be released this year on November 21st.
Davis and his Legion. Your message was loud and clear when you threw away our peace offering of cookies that the new crew tried to give you. We do not negotiate with terrorists. It is no longer cloudy with a chance of sprinkles because the new crew is gonna make it rain.
The time has come to pay your dues. In this Tupperware sits close to $120 of non-penny money. This is one day's work, an early day's work for our Legion. It will only grow as time goes by, and your pitiful amounts of pennies will be tossed to the side like wheat to the wind.
That's all we have for today, Padres.
Thanks for tuning in.
See you next week. Bye.